Hello everybody and welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about a wide flank role combination in Football Manager. And let's get started by talking about width. The role combination we're looking at today is the wide midfielder and the inverted wingback, two roles positioned out on the flanks. Creating width is one of the most important things you can do in your tactic. It stretches the defense and allows other players in your formation to exploit spaces in the midfield. And this idea is behind why the wide midfielder and inverted wingback work so well together. Because the wide midfielder is a flank role who specializes in creating width. They can have dynamic movements since they don't have many hard-coded player instructions. And because of that, this role is highly customizable. The inverted wingback is a role that can get into the midfield and half spaces. They can become pseudo-midfield playmakers, and they pair well with roles who create width. This combo does have one major drawback. The formations they can be used in are somewhat limited. It's mostly due to the wide midfielder and how you can only use them in the midfield on the flank. The benefit though is that these two roles both have an attack, support, and defend duty, meaning they can fit in many play styles even with that lack of formation options. Here's an example of their movement. My center back is on the ball just outside our penalty box in the defensive half. This is a wide midfielder on support, and this is the inverted wingback on attack. As we watch the play, keep an eye on the width our wide midfielder gives, and how the inverted wingback takes advantage by moving into the midfield. A player on the flank and an extra player in the midfield allows us to better keep possession, and the inverted wingback will eventually get the assist. In the next section, we'll look at some more examples to see how this role combination works together. The first sequence we'll look at starts with my right center back on the ball. Here's the inverted wingback and the wide midfielder. The common theme for this video is the width we get from that wide midfielder. When he gets the ball, he'll dribble towards the byline. One reason why I love this role when you're comparing it to something like a winger is that they have less of a propensity to cross the ball into the penalty box. This allows them to look for the half-space run of the inverted wingback, and the two combine to create the goal. In this play, we'll look at how other roles get involved. We're on the ball in the midfield attacking to the left. But the other role we're going to look at is this player here, a central midfielder on attack. When the play starts, the central midfielder will make an attacking run towards the goal. This draws in the defender here, leaving space for our wide midfielder. But the play doesn't work out and we recycle possession. Again, we get it to our wide player who looks for his role combination sitting in the half space. Like the last example, they combine for the goal. I'm not exactly breaking new ground in saying that a wide midfielder wants to stay wide, after all it is in their name. But you can still get dynamic runs out of them, and this is why they pair well with the inverted wingback. If you have a center back on the ball, they like to look for players in the midfield, like an inverted wingback, and then that midfield player looks for attacking runs ahead of them. Here we are on the ball, and this player here is a central defender. It's a player role that likes to make simple passes into the midfield. He'll look for the inverted wingback, who then looks for an attacking run ahead of him from the wide midfielder. The last thing we're going to talk about is not as exciting as scoring goals, but it's something no less important: defending. So we'll check out a defensive example, but first start with our tactic. This is a 4-1-4-1 with the Seattle Sounders in the MLS. Both flanks use a wide midfielder and inverted wingback. But their duty is opposite to give us a little more variety in our attack. One reason why I love this formation with our role combination is because of this player here, our holding defensive midfielder. Not only do we have two banks of 4 players, but that holding role, in our case the halfback, can help cover up weaknesses that emerge while defending. We start our example with the opponent on the ball. This is our role combination in their defensive shape. Right as the play starts, the opponent tries a couple of times to work down the flank. But there's a weakness with any back four formation, and that's the separation between the fullback and the center back. This is where the halfback comes in. He helps mark their more advanced player to cover the gap in our defense. We're able to stop the opponent and win the ball back. While you are limited in the number of formations you can use with the wide midfielder and inverted wingback, these two are an excellent role combination if you want to look for players out on the flank. If you'd like more information about them or any other player role, I've got different playlists that you can check out. I've also got a Patreon account if you'd like to support the channel. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.